Hey, you guys, it's Peter. Yep, just Peter. That's my new intro, everybody. What? Hey, you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Double beast. I'm YouTube famous now. Available 2018, the album, Dad. AF. Rock on, gorgeous woman. Listen, I haven't made a video in 3 days, okay? So I'm singing today. Anyway, listen, if I knew a new intro, I would do a new intro, okay? Maybe I should run a contest for a new intro for my channel. Do you guys think that would be fun? I think that's maybe what I'm gonna do. Anyway, I was sitting around today, drinking my coffee up in Martika's kitchen. Do you guys remember that song from back in the day? Something stirring or something in Martika's kitchen, baby. Those are totally not the words, but it doesn't really matter because the song was stupid anyway. But anyway, I was sitting around today and I was thinking about doing an update on Trisha Paytas, and then I was like, maybe I'll do an update on Kathleen Lights, and then I was thinking about this collab that I'm really, really excited about doing that's coming up, and but I thought, no, I don't want to talk about that yet. And so I was sitting there and I was reading through the Reddit, and I hadn't been on the Reddit for a while. Now, if you don't know what you don't know is a lot. I go over to the Reddit quite... I was watching some of my videos back the other day. Do you guys remember I used to sing that song on here? Hillbilly homophobe, redneck gays, redneck gay all day. That was like my very first song I ever sang on here, I think. But anyway, so I love the Reddit, okay? And I love the beauty guru chatter. I go over there and I find out all of the drama that I had no clue about. Well, there was quite some discussion over there today. It started 12 hours ago about James Charles, like, not being able to take criticism, and he always bites back at people and things like that. Now, this is very, very interesting to me because I think we see a lot of beauty influencers that do this. Jeffree Star is known for doing this. He's always biting back at people, you know. There's a lot of people. Jaclyn Hill has done it. There are so many beauty influencers out there and YouTubers just in general that bite back, right? Now, I have had, listen, I wish I hadn't, okay? When people say they have no regrets, I have some regrets. I have a lot of regrets, okay? But, you know, life is a learning experience, and like I say, you have to fall down so you can learn to get back up. So, I try to learn from my screw-ups, right? But, I will say this, I have tried really hard, okay, to not bite back on Twitter or YouTube or in the comment sections and things like that. I have done it. I'm not going to say I'm not. Listen, okay? It's not like I'm walking on water because I'm not, okay? I mean, I know. You don't have to point it out to me. I know the times I've screwed up, but thank you very much. Okay. So anyway, y'all can school me if you choose to. But like, I mean, you know, we've all done it, right? But when it becomes on a consistent basis, it's like, are you doing this on purpose or are you just messy, okay? And I think this is a question with some of the beauty influencers. It's like, is this who you are? Or are you messy? Or are you doing this to stir up drama? Or why would you need to stir up drama? So when I read about this, and we're going to talk about it in just a second, what happened, I was kind of surprised because I was like, you know, I just seen that James was like tweeting out about this video that he did with the Vlog Squad. He was filming with Jenna Marbles this last weekend. You know, he's on a level of like doing major celebrities. And I mean, can we talk about Patrick Starr and Naomi Campbell for us? Oh my God, I would love to meet Naomi Campbell so much. In fact, okay, for all of you out there that love makeup and beauty, I just got done watching last night the Kevin Aquan documentary on Netflix, and it is fantastic. And if you don't know who Kevin Aquan is, quit acting like you know anything about makeup. So anyway, but it is a fantastic documentary. You guys should go check it out. So anyway, and it's a lot about the supermodel generation of the 90s and all that kind of stuff. It's very cool. But anyway, you know, it's interesting to me, like, why James would feel necessary to even comment back to anybody, you know, like, you know, unless there's some like insecurity there or lack of self-esteem or whatever. But I think in those moments, I don't know if it's youth, I don't know if he just doesn't care, I don't know if it's entitlement, I don't know if he's really like angered by this thing. But what's always interesting to me is it's not like the harshest criticism that he gets that he comments back on, right? And if it were me and James said, well, what do you think I should do in this situation? I'd say, don't say anything. Just rise above it. You know, you're better than that. Just don't say anything. There are many moments, trust me, in my life where I wish I had just shut my mouth, okay? And I'm still learning that one. So anyway, what happened was, over here in the Beauty Guru Chatter, and I'll link Beauty Guru Chatter on Reddit below because they are fun to read, sometimes things like that. So they always have the most interesting stuff, and it's not just gossip and drama. it's a lot about like somebody's new look, or, you know, like why Toddy won't focus on her face and videos. But a lot of it is like, what do you think of somebody's review, or what do you think about this product, or whatever. So there's a lot of interesting threads over there. You should go check it out if you haven't. But this one said, James, this is from 12 hours ago. James constantly quotes people's tweets talking about him because he knows his followers will attack them. This one in particular is just incredibly immature of him. He really needs to grow up and learn to handle criticism. And so, here, I'll put the tweet up here. But the tweet says, somebody said, blocking James Charles on every social media platform was hands down the greatest decision I've ever made, right? And then, like, James retweeted it and said, your life must be fun. Now, what's interesting to me about this, okay? A couple things. First of all, and I don't know this person's business, okay? You don't know my life, but I don't know their business, okay? But I find it interesting that they blocked James Charles, but yet he can retweet them. What? I'm a little confused about that. But the other thing that's interesting is if you look up here, okay, they didn't at James Charles, which they discussed in the comments, and I only got like literally like 2 paragraphs down, and then I was like, oh, I think I would rather do my reaction on video. That's much more fun. Do you guys remember back in the day when I used to do the missed connections videos? I think I'm gonna do a missed connections video and a magazine video just for you old school, just for you OG Wolfpackers out there that used to love those videos back in the day, because I haven't done one of those videos in forever. So anyway, let's go in here and see what the people have to say and see if we agree or disagree. Okay, what's really rich is that tweet didn't even at him. Oh, this is where it was. Meaning, James Charles is sitting at home and searching up his own name to see what people are saying about him. If that person's life is fun, his life must be a blast. Which is interesting. It's like, okay, so are you just sitting around reading all these tweets, living your best life, while people are like, it's not even at you. It's not even in your mentions or anything. If the guy blocked him, he wouldn't even have been able to see it too. That means someone would have had to send it to him this tweet, and a link to it just so he could tweet that. It's pathetic, which is an interesting comment. That makes more sense. One of his minions is reporting back to sister headquarters. Okay, unless the guy said he blocked him but didn't really block him, or the girl, or whoever it is, then he could just retweet it. Okay, so maybe this person's lying and they really didn't block James Charles, and in all honesty, they were just trying to get James' attention. I mean, are there people out there that want to get, we all want attention, no, we don't all want attention, but there are people out there that want to get attention from, I mean, I'm called the social climber of the world, so I mean, okay, but anyway, James, tweet at me, or just text me, okay, but anyway, so then, if someone says, or his followers send him that via DMs, I've seen that happen. I follow some gay satire people, LOL, who get DM'd lots of indirects or tweets without but mentioning them. Okay, I get this all the time. I mean, literally every time somebody talks about me on social media, somebody screenshots it and sends it to me. So I can understand that for James it probably happens too. But then that means that James is up in his DMs reading all of these people that are like, please notice me, please follow me, please notice me, please follow me, please notice me. Oh, by the way, this person talked about you. Then again, it's like, where are your priorities? I'm very confused about this. Why do you care so much about this one person tweeting about you, okay? Because they blocked you on Twitter? Kick rocks, piss off, who cares, okay? Don't follow me anymore. You ain't gonna buy my palette? Okay, good. I can't repack it enough anyway without it selling out in 2 seconds flat. Don't follow me, it ain't that big of a deal. So, but like I say, you know, often it's like, you could go into a room and like 100 people can, you know, be in there and like 99 people love you, but that one person, who just said this recently, somebody else just said this recently too, but that one person that doesn't like you is the one person that you like, you know? It's like when you read the comments, you can get 1,000 glowing comments, but that one comment that's like, I can tell you put on weight, you're like, what did you say to me? Don't with me, fellas. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Okay. We've all had those days, I think. Okay, then people go in here and say all this kind of stuff. Okay. Actually, it says, if you're verified, mentions of your account name, specific, whoo, I'm heated. I went to my trainer today and everything, because see, I'm trying to lose weight, not gain weight, because then I'll get those mean comments. Okay. Actually, if you're verified, mentions of your account name, specific keywords related to your account, show up in your mentions. So if someone simply tweets James Charles, it'll show up on his mentions as though someone had directly at him. That's not true, actually. I have a verified account. People always want to know, how do I have a verified account? You're just a drama channel. The way I have a verified account, I believe, okay, and I applied years ago, whenever I got, it was like 2 years ago, was that I had actually seen a video and what they said to do and all that kind of stuff, and I followed what they said to do, and I had also guest blogged for the Huffington Post. I had written a book. I had done a lot of other things that were just for that. And I think that Twitter likes people that have done a lot of different things. So people always ask me, they're like, how the hell did you get verified? I don't know, I'm a nobody. But there are a lot of verified accounts that like have 200 followers because they work for like a major like newspaper. And like I think everybody that ever guest blogged for the Huffington Post, it doesn't matter. Anyway, but you don't see all that. So like when I go to my mentions, it doesn't show me everybody that's talked about me, and that's not true. I would have to actually search out my name to see that, which I very rarely do, because I'm just like, if somebody wants to say something about me that low-key, have at it. You know, like, everybody has opinions. It's okay. Not everybody's going to like you in this world. Now, Peter, I know, sometimes I have to talk to myself. Peter, I know that's hard to believe that not everybody's going to like you, but it's the truth of the nature all day long. So anyway, but no, the verified tab, what it does is that when somebody at you that's verified, there's a whole other thing here. I should just probably show it to you. Not that it would really make any difference, but like what it does is in your mentions, it just shows like a verified tab. So down there, all the verified people come up in that. So you can go to mentions or to verified, and it will show you like all of those. Okay, I'm getting way off topic. Nobody cares about that. If you guys want to know how to get verified on Twitter, let me know. I'll do a video about it, and I'll talk about the video that I followed, and I basically just did what they told me to do. So anyway, and that was years ago. Okay. James inadvertently just proved their point about why blocking him on social media was a wise decision, LMAO. It's a toxic echo chamber. He's so immature. You have such a massive audience who watches your overly photoshopped looks. Pay attention to them instead of focusing on those who are sick of his BS. Honestly, I agree, okay? This is something, and you know, this was a hard lesson for me, but a very quick lesson for me. It wasn't something I had to learn over and over and over again. Pay attention to those people that really like you. Pay attention to those people that want to be there watching your videos. I mean, everybody has hate watchers, of course. Everybody does, okay? But pay attention to the people that, like, if somebody's out there trying to get your attention, like, hey, I love you, and, like, you know, whatever. Why would you not want to give them some attention? You know what I mean? Like, they're there for the ride. They're there because they like you. Pay attention to them. And that is one criticism I will give these beauty influencers. It's always about the negative, never about the positive. And, you know, I mean, I've fallen into that trap as well. But I think that, and I'm a beauty guru, not a beauty. See, I haven't said that in a while. Anyway, but, you know, like, I mean, I think that's something hard to fall into, because sometimes it's like the negative. We focus so much more attention on the negative comments than we do the positive comments. And it's like, oh, positive, 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 positive. And that one negative comment is like, but then it's like, are you so like ego driven in your head that you just love yourself so much that you can't take one negative comment? I mean, let it go. Unless there's a reason why you would want to bring attention to this. Unless there's a reason why you want to stir up some drama. And in that case, James, you did your job, because here's your video for you, okay? He honestly gets on my nerves. I don't watch his videos or there really are not a lot of positives on this thread, I will just tell you. He honestly gets on my nerves. I don't watch his videos or follow any of his socials, but he's so immature. Okay. This doesn't surprise me, since he literally called the UK radio station to tell them how he got the numbers wrong of his followers and how popular he is and whatnot. Sorry, James, the world doesn't revolve around you. I think that this will be the thing that bites James in the ass in the end, is that as his audience grows up, okay? You know, many of them are in high school now, many of them. As his audience grows up into college and whatever, if he continues with this kind of inflated ego, people are going to get tired of that. People aren't going to want to see it. It's not relatable. People are going to be like, I don't relate to this, okay? Like, you're 24 and you're sitting there calling radio stations telling them about how they got your fandom wrong. You know what I mean? People don't want to hear about that anymore. So I do agree with that. It is the thing. I mean, it's going to bite him in the ass at some point, you know? People are already saying it. Okay. Oh my God, this story went on and on and on. I've always thought that one was a bit stupid. Personally. Okay. I've said this once, I'm saying it again. James' one big flaw is the fact that he got into this too young. He didn't get the taste of what it's like to be on the other side, and will keep making the same mistakes and being entitled until his followers hold him accountable for his passive-aggressive behavior. Because that's all he knows. If he ever matures, it will be for his audience and not for himself, because he's now old enough to know better. He got stuck at 17. And I think there's some truth to that, you know? My husband just texted and he said, I'm in the driveway. I said, 5 minutes. I'm filming a video. This is the world of a famous YouTuber right here. Okay, so anyway, you know, it's interesting when you look at that. It's like, will he mature? And it's like, or like, who's he choosing to hang around too? I think that often our rate of growing is dependent on who we're around. So if we're around people that are growing up, then we're probably going to grow up at the same rate that they are. But I think it's fair to say that there are a lot of YouTubers out there that have been on YouTube for quite some time, you know, that still developmentally seem a little stunted. I actually think what's interesting about this is that from a professional level, and I'm not talking about professionally like how he treats people on Twitter or things like that. I'm talking about like brand sponsorships and putting together videos and concepts and stuff like that. He does seem to really think more mature than a lot of YouTubers. And, you know, in talking to other YouTubers, and I have talked to James in the past, you know, he is just project. So maybe part of the problem is that he's isolated in this world of just YouTube because he's so career focused that he can't really see out of it. And then maybe what he needs to do is get the hell out of his apartment, or he's got a house now, get the hell out of his house and go have some fun. You know, be young. There was a while where he was going to escape rooms and get out, go have some fun, live your life. You know, you didn't build this huge career to just sit in your house all day long and come up with the next great project. Your channel's going to continue to grow, but people want to see that too, you know? And I think that's part of the problem. I think it's interesting, this whole idea of like biting back, you know, at people that leave comments for you and all that kind of stuff. Listen, we've all had our fair share of people that have said things to us. And like I said, I've had my moment where I have bit back. I have. I'm not proud of it. It's not my proudest moment. I wish I hadn't, okay? But had I not, I wouldn't learn the ramifications, and that I didn't want to be that person on the other side, you know? And so, in retrospect, I realized that that had to happen for me to grow up. I hope that James learns from this experience. I hope that he doesn't continue to do this, because there are YouTubers out there, beauty influencers that are much older than him, that do the exact same thing. And I think it shows no form of maturity whatsoever. But they're still successful, so maybe they don't care. Maybe what they're really saying is, screw you to my audience, and if you love me, you love me. If you don't, kick rocks. And maybe that's okay, but then why bring attention to that? And again, focus on the positive, not the negative. Let me know what you guys think in the comment sections below. I'd be very, very interested. You know, it's like a year ago when I would do a video about James, I would just get glowing comments. Like, people were like, oh, I love James, and he's growing, and he's great, and whatever. And it seems like that pendulum is switching a little bit, and maybe it's because his channel has grown so much. I do think this, too. But he's getting more criticism now than he got, let's say, a year and a half ago. I will say this, you know, he grew at an incredible speed on YouTube. I mean, one second he had started making videos, and the next second, you know, he's at like, well, I don't even know what he's at, 13 million, something like that, 14 million now. You know, and that literally happened in the span of like 2 years, right? That's a lot of power, that's a lot of money, that's a lot of fame, that's a lot of attention to give somebody, age aside, anybody. It doesn't matter how old you are, that's a lot to give somebody and know how to handle appropriately. So, I'm not saying that that gives him a free pass, because I don't think that it does. But, you know, it's interesting to me to see what's going to happen over the next couple years. You know, is it just going to become this explosive, you know, like, sense of entitlement, or will he be brought down a little bit? And, you know, the thing that's really sad in life is that we're usually humbled when we go through lessons that we're taught. I don't want somebody to have to go through something horrible to have to learn those lessons, you know? I know for me, I only learn things when I've gone through enough pain, and I think that's similar to most of us. So let me know what you guys think in the comment sections below about James, your current stance on him. Do you love him? Are you struggling with him? Where do you feel about, where do you fall? Where do you feel? What do you think about all of this? And what do you think about him retweeting comments and letting people come, like he doesn't, they were saying that he didn't block out the names, so that means that he's bringing attention to them. Let me know in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.